Another aspect of family law which affects international couples are prenuptial agreements and whether the couple should enter into one. We are often asked whether prenups are something worth investing in, and the answer is yes, absolutely. A prenup is an agreement that sets out how a couple intend to regulate their finances and how they will share their property, savings and investments if their marriage or civil partnership breaks down. Some agreements are extremely detailed, others just record the agreement to protect or ring-fence certain assets, such as a business or an inheritance. The reason you hear people ask if they are worth it is because they're not automatically binding under the law of England and Wales. However, the current legal position is such that if you decide to make one, you should expect to be held to its terms unless there's a fundamental problem with it. Such a problem could arise if the agreement does not enable one party to meet their housing or income needs, or there was a lack of transparency regarding one party's financial position at the time of the negotiations. The really important factor when it comes to a prenup is that it shows that by agreement, the parties did not intend to share everything equally. And even if the court does not uphold that agreement in full, it will likely reduce the settlement from what the financial weaker party may otherwise have been awarded by the court. Looking at prenups from the perspective of international couples, it's important to identify the treatment of prenups in each of the relevant jurisdictions. In some, they will be binding, and the treatment or recognition of foreign prenups in those jurisdictions as well. This is likely to require advice in more than one country and the need for mirror prenups if it is not clear prior to the marriage which jurisdiction will be able to deal with a future divorce and financial settlement. An increasing number of couples are considering international surrogacy as an option for starting a family. There are so many things to think about and decisions to make when having a baby, but being prepared is even more important with international surrogacy. You need to be familiar with the surrogacy laws in the country where your surrogate lives, as well as surrogacy law in England and Wales. You need to know what rights you have as intended parents in that country, and what rights your surrogate has. You need to know what is, should or could be included within your surrogacy agreement. Whether your surrogate lives in a jurisdiction where you can obtain a court order recognising you as the parents before your baby is born, and if so, when to start this process. How long will you, or might you, if everything doesn't go exactly to plan, need to remain in the country where your baby is born? What are the visa requirements for an extended stay there? And in this scenario, what is the situation with your employer? Based on what an immensely difficult journey surrogacy can be, parents could be forgiven for thinking that once they're holding their baby, that journey is over. There are, though, still two important things to have prepared for before the sleepless nights begin, and those are how you are going to bring your baby back into the country. How do you apply for a passport for your baby, bearing in mind that they are unlikely to be entitled to a British passport straight away, as under English law they won't be recognised as your child until you have an English parental order. And then, having obtained a passport, what immigration rules apply to actually bringing them into the UK? In England and Wales, this is not something you can do in advance of your baby's birth, and requires your surrogate's consent to be given as part of the application process. It is, though, the only way of ensuring you're legally recognised as your baby's parents in this jurisdiction, and that you are able to exercise parental responsibility on your baby's behalf. If you have any queries relating to these matters, or any queries relating to any other aspect of international family law, please do not hesitate to contact us at Waitman.